This is Brian from ScreenFiles.com, and I tend to enjoy, well, I was about to say I tend to enjoy lots of types of movies, and that's not entirely true. There's a lot of stuff I can't stand to watch, but I tend to like science fiction, I tend to like horror, and I'll even watch a good drama, good being very relative. And I don't mind comedies or dramedies, that interesting hybrid between a comedy and a dramedy. A comedy and a drama. I don't mind those either. And the thing is, when you think about it, those names are a bit of a misnomer in that a good drama has elements of comedy, while a good comedy has elements of drama. But I guess with the very human preoccupation with labeling everything, we have to come up with something to describe something that's predominantly one over the other, so dramedy. And recently I saw a dramedy, which is Fourth Man Out, which revolves around a guy who's coming out of the closet as gay. And it's a really good movie. Very well done, very funny, and not the type of funny which I despise, which tends to be an Adam Sandler type funny, which is more often than not just stupid. The way the character is approached in this movie is very important because it's not done in a very stereotypical fashion. Adam is gay, but Adam is not stereotypically gay, and this is so important because I think it tells people who watch that it means that being gay is not only just, it doesn't mean that you're going to start liking show tunes, you're going to start flouncing around, and that you're going to necessarily like Madonna. Adam is the polar opposite of all those traits. He's a mechanic, he's just a guy who happens to be gay. His sexuality doesn't define him. He's defined by his relationships with his friends, his relationships with his family, his work, and so on, and he happens to be gay. This is refreshing and not something you see a lot. And as a result, Adam becomes a very easy guy to sympathize with because he's just trying to be as honest as he can to himself and the people around him. Another interesting thing about this movie is something you don't quite see in movies of this type, namely a very diverse cast. Adam is white, his friends are white, but some of the people that Adam tries to date, sometimes not very successfully, aren't. And that's interesting to see because in these movies what tends to be the case is that a white person will be primarily interested in a white person. If they're revolving around black people, the black person will be primarily interested in black people. They don't cross streams all that much. So it's pretty refreshing to see Adam is just interested in finding someone he likes. And that's not to say that he's not swayed by physical appearance and that type of thing, because that would be kind of silly, frankly. The best thing about Fourth Man Out is that it deals with coming out as gay in a very sensitive, a very interesting manner, while not making it overly dramatic. Most of the movies that cover this topic tend to be very dour, very dark, and very, very unhappy for the most part. And that may be reflecting a very real experience. I don't want to make that seem lesser than it is, but at the same time, it can't be everyone's experience. And it's nice to see a movie from the perspective of someone who has difficulties with the process, but most of those difficulties are more within him in this instance. Well worth your time. It's currently on Netflix. Evan Todd is just remarkable in the lead as Adam, and it's a great movie. Fourth Man Out, enjoy it, take a look at it, Netflix, great movie, good time.